Welcome everybody to the Cali Current Podcast. It's your host Grimace, and also bringing in live with you my co-host, the host Ishmael.
It's Ish. You already know that. Is that the most annoying sound you've ever heard in your life?
It is not, but
Okay.
I've heard that noise when I was listening to Dumb and Dumber. So that's what you remind me of.
That's called a banshee screech. So if you don't know about it, look it up. Everybody has Google or everybody has whatever the hell you guys use for AI. Look it up.
A banshee? So what's a banshee?
Banshee. B-A-N-S-H-E-E.
So what is that?
It's
A
a
sheep?
banshee.
That's a sheep?
No, it's a banshee. It's just a crazy ass sound. But anyways, what does it matter? I mean,
All right,
you're
so-
your host, right?
Let's talk horoscopes. I know a lot of people joke about it, like, what's your sign? But the truth is, astrology has had a real impact in society, even in politics. Like,
I think the only ones that really truly believe in astrology are mostly women. And I'm sorry to be biased, but it's just a natural fact because I've never heard of a guy going to a strip club, to a bar, to a dance club, whatever the heck you guys may want to perceive it as.
okay.
And I've never heard guys talking about, oh, what's your sign? Oh, what's up, dude? What are we going to talk about today? Totally. Totes my goats.
Well, I mean, I've never heard a female tell me any of those lines that you're saying either.
Exactly. Because the females believe in that stuff. And I'm not trying to insult or degrade.
What do you mean exactly? I said that I've never heard a female tell me that about, like, what's your sign?
Okay, no. Well, you haven't been with the right woman that's asked you the first thing that, one of the first 3 questions ever asked on a date or anybody or anything like that. What is your sign, right?
I mean, they've asked, not like as an initial date question or like, hey, what's your name? What's your sign? Like, I've said that to people just joking around, like off of the Biggie Smalls song. He's like, what's your name? What's your sign? The only reason I have done that before, just messing around, copying.
Who you be with?
Exactly, who you be with? Just messing around with big, like using the Biggie Smalls lyrics.
Yeah, but he had something.
No Diddy.
Yeah, but he had something going on with that because he knew, like, lyrically, he was like, oh, what's your sign? Who you be with? It's like, that's automatic, right? You know, I don't believe in signs. I'm a Scorpio myself. I was born on October in 19 whatever.
You don't believe in signs, yet you already know that you're
I
a
didn't say
Scorpio.
that. I believe in signs. I'm a Catholic. I believe in signs, but I don't believe in, like, horoscope signs because, it's hard to tell, I guess. Because you're a Cancer, right? I'm a Scorpio. I was born in October. You're born in July. But that's as far as the extent that it goes. You know, that's all I know. I don't really care to, like, delve into it. What do you think?
I mean, I don't delve into it, but, like, from time to time, like, if I'm reading a newspaper and I just happen to come across the horoscopes and then I see the word Cancer, then I know, like, oh, that's my birth agenda.
Wrong.
So then I do read it, and then I'm just trying to see, like, does it align with what my actions are? Does it align with what I'm thinking?
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but the word of the day is what's happening? And I got that from Born in East LA. Born in East LA. What's happening? WAZZAPPANANE. Sorry, ING. Sorry. What's happening, everybody? Yo. That's where I get it from. Keep going.
Like I was saying, so I mean, I don't really follow it too much, but when I do read a thing, like if I come across the Cancer, because that's the one I allegedly my birth
the
chart
sign,
is too.
Not the disease.
So then I do reading it. And I understand some of the Cancers, they saying, like, you're emotional, you're passionate. And yeah, clearly I'm emotional, and yeah,
Scorpios
I'm passionate.
are passionate, not Cancers. Cancers are devoted. Cancers are life partners.
Yeah, I'm passionate about what I do because, I mean, I love life. I mean, I was born into life, so best believe I'm going to give it everything I got.
Are you really passionate about everything you say? And I say that in a high screechy voice because that's the only way I can say it. So a cancer can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, I am pretty passionate about everything, like, and anything that I care about. Like, if you play me in a video game, like, shoot, I'll whip your butt in a video game. Whatever it takes.
I highly doubt that because I don't think you've whipped me. I think you whipped me once out of 4 times that we played video games lately.
The video games that we're playing, he's talking about some aftermarket Chinese emulator. It's like an emulator.
With them. Okay, whatever. It's Marvel versus Capcom or anything of that derivation. Capcom versus Marvel or whatever,
Let the record show.
Street Fighter 2.
It's a Chinese emulator game.
2, exactly.
None of the buttons are exactly precise.
And
I can't even throw a proper Hadouken.
That's your fault. I told you to switch sides with me. I told you to go on the first side, and that was the purple.
The button mapping is all wrong.
Whatever. It's your take on it. But the point is, you've had every opportunity to beat me. You choose not to, though. Yeah. Keep going, since you're a Cancer.
Yeah, so anyways, going back to the horoscopes and the signs, like, people think that the horoscopes is just for, like, retrograde memes, but let's not forget that Nancy Reagan, she's the wife of the one of the presidents.
Ronald Reagan,
the
actor.
Yeah, of the President Ronald Reagan. They literally had like in the United States, not too many years ago, like maybe like 40, 30 years ago, they literally had like a presidential advisor, a horoscope advisor.
He was into a cult, by the way, if anybody knew that. He enjoyed Star Wars.
What cult was that he was into?
He believed in a cult.
What cult?
Like Michael Jackson did.
Wait, what cult was he into?
A cult.
What cult?
A cult.
What do you mean, a cult?
Sorry, it's OCCULT. He believed in Star Wars. He believed in the occult.
So he likes I like Star Wars.
Star Wars, Princess Leia. He was a deep representative of the Republican Party. Meaning,
wait. You're not making sense. A cult? What do you mean a cult? Like, Star Wars is cool. What are you talking about? I like to watch Star Wars too.
I'm not saying cult, C-U-L-T. I'm talking about a cult. O-C-C-U-L-T, a cult.
Okay, so do you know what you're talking about, or you're just saying words that you heard?
Well, you're saying cult. And I'm trying to correct you.
No, you told me a cult.
I know,
you told me.
But I'm trying to correct you. He believed in the occult. He believed in Star Wars. He believed in,
You're not correcting me. You're bringing me this information. You're telling me that he was.
Well, don't believe me. There's a thing called Google. There's a thing called ChatGPT. There's a thing called everything that's smarter than me, and I'm just talking about facts.
Okay, so what facts do you want me to look up? I still don't understand what you're talking about.
He believed in the occult. He believed in the supernatural. He believed in the fact that whatever he believed in wasn't real because whatever he believed in was of the other world that had nothing to do with the real life. That's what he believed in. Why? I don't know. I don't get that. And that was also Michael Jackson in a nutshell too. That's why he came out with Thriller. But he had to make his facts or his beliefs to be, I guess not fact, but fiction, but an opinion. Because if he didn't say that, then he would have not come out with Thriller whatsoever.
Okay, you're saying a lot of things that don't really make sense.
Don't believe me. Look up ChatGPT. I tell my wife the same thing. It's like, you don't have to take my word for it. You could always look up Google. You could always look up everything else that has to do with not me being, upfront and my opinionated. I have my opinion, but I'm just telling you, he believed in a cult. A cult. He wasn't part of a cult.
Okay. You're saying he's part of a cult?
No.
But he's not part of a cult.
I'm saying that he believed in the occult, the supernatural. The cult is Jim Jones and Guyana or whatever, French Guyana, where they all drank the Kool-Aid.
When you say Jim Jones, I think you're talking about that says, we stay fly, we stay right, we be ballin'.
I don't know, whatever. I know you're probably a little bit younger than I am.
Yeah, that's what you say, Jim Jones. I was like, wait a minute. Are you talking about the rapper? Or what are you talking about?
You believe that that's not Jim Jones. Jim Jones was
Jim Jones, the rapper? Like
Jim Jones, the occultist. Well, whatever. You can look it up on your ChatGPT or on your Gmail or your Google, whatever. My point is that it's just a fact. and or a matter of opinion or a matter of whatever you guys want to put it as.
Well, you're watching the Cali Current Podcast. Research the occult, because
Cult.
There's
a difference.
Ishmael can't explain it, so
I did
research it on
explain
your own
it.
time.
But it did explain it. Okay, anyway. Look, everybody, I'm going to just be honest with you guys.
Let us know, because I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay.
You're telling us
I was discriminated against tonight against a 7-Eleven that me and him had gone to because we bought our drinks there. And I walk in with a bag full of trash. And all of a sudden, the guy, everybody knows who owns
who owns 7-Eleven?
7-Elevens, right? I'm not going to say it. I'm not trying to be racist, and I'm not trying to be opinionated. But he's like, oh, my friend, you have to take your trash outside because there's a trash can here, and you have to go across the street.
Wait, doesn't 7-Eleven have a trash can on the outside?
They should, but they don't.
They normally do.
They're going against a lot of regulations, especially against the BBB and the Consumer Affairs.
What is
whatever.
the BBB?
The Bureau of Business something.
Better
whatever.
Business Bureau.
Better Business Bureau, whatever. My point is, it's like, okay, I'm like, what the? I'm dressed like this. I could take off my shirt and I'll still. I want
Take it off. Take it off.
Look, everybody, look. I won't look. I will not look like the guys that come in that don't buy anything at all. And I'm sure this guy has seen me before. He's seen us before. We were not regular customers.
Probably.
We were customers regardless. And I don't look like I'm living on the streets or anything like that. Nothing against the people living on the streets.
I mean.
Or people that just want to hang out.
Who are you asking, though?
But the point is, anybody. And he says, oh, my friend, you got to go across the street. I'm like, I don't litter. I don't loiter. I don't smoke drugs. I don't do anything of the sort. That will put me in a stereotypical typecast category. But it's like, really? I just walked in and he's already giving me crap. Anyways, well, whatever. I wanted in there to buy us our pregame, right? And we already know what our pregame is. Everybody has their own pregame.
Okay.
And I responded like, dude, don't disrespect me. I'm walking in. I'm not throwing my trash anywhere. And you automatically give me crap. And I go to the back and I find my pregame, but I don't find this guy's pregame. And it's like, okay. And I thought about it. I'm like, why am I here if they don't have his pregame? So I walk out and I'm like, hey, don't ever disrespect me like that. I'm a buying customer. I don't look like the people that don't come in here, and don't buy anything at all. So you're really going to be a punk ass MFer? So basically I told him, look, I don't care what you think of me, but it's called respect. And if you want a bad opinion or a, what's it called?
A bad review.
Not a bad review, but what is that other thing called? When you give
a complaint.
A complaint on the BBB, don't ever disrespect me again.
I think all you had to do was...
And I told him, you lost a customer in me. Thank you.
Wow. All you had to do was just tell him, like, do you have a trash can? And if he said no, then be like, okay, and take it back to your car. Really?
I didn't have to ask. He literally just criticized me as soon as I walked in the door. I didn't even say anything. I'm like, does it look like I'm throwing my trash away or something? Does it look like I left it right there on your parking lot? I carried it with me. I said, hey, if I want to throw the trash again, I would have just left it right here, but I didn't do that. I have it with me. And I went into the back to look for my pregame, and your pregame wasn't there. It's hard to say.
Well, you know what? You just got to learn to chill.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes you're going to have to deal with people, and you just don't let them get them.
No.
Don't let them get you angry.
My gosh. Okay.
Like, I don't let random people get me angry. Like, you know who I let get me angry? My family members.
That's your philosophy.
My friends.
That's you being
random
a Cancer.
people will not get to me like that.
Scorpio. It's not about getting to that. It's about pride. It's about respect. It's about knowing your place wherever you fit in. All right? Keep going.
Nonetheless, I would say I would not let random people like that control my emotions. That's like a female trait if you let them control your emotions. I mean, 40% of U.S. adults under 30 years old believe that astrology is somewhat scientific. So it's like a third of the population, honestly. And the presidential astrology wasn't just a Ronald Reagan thing. I mean, not to bring up Kanye West, but Hitler's top officials, including the Himmler and Joseph Goebbels, consulted
Goebbels.
astrologers.
It's called Goebbels.
Yeah, Cal Goebbels.
Goebbels.
I mean, not to praise them, but for any Gen Zers or millennials that are watching, that regime did bring about the air-cooled engines, and they also brought about the heart transplant. So they brought about some remarkable advances in humanity. Not that I'm praising them, but I'm just saying that their presence did have an impact on humanity.
Okay, everybody, just another tidbit or another fact is that I learned recently that let me say it again. The most serial killers, I guess, sign or exactly astrological whatever pairing was Scorpio. I'm sure they've had at least 700. And I'm talking about serial killers. I'm talking about repeat offenders. Scorpio was the top of the line where we've had 700 kills. And I'm not talking about me because I'm the most peaceful Scorpio. Besides of you getting me effing mad, I'm going to talk a lot of crap. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be violent because I'm not a violent person. In fact, I've provoked people to want to do violence against me. But I've never been the one to start the violence.
Well, let's shift in something that blends into horoscopes. The wellness movement. It started with bubble baths and yoga, and guess what? Now it's political. Like, now it's a form of resistance. Like, during the pandemic, it was about protecting your peace. Now it's evolved into a full-on lifestyle of branding. Like, what do you eat? Are you charging your crystals in the moon or the sun? What supplements do you take? Like, people are just, like, taking that to the extra level, and I get it. I mean, my birthstone or my birth month stone is a ruby, and then I was like, you know what? La Ruby. There's Mexican tias named La Ruby.
That's ruby red, right? I mean, that means like that's the color of blood right there.
Ruby red. And then I started watching like Star Trek because my dad was like an avid Star Trek fanatic. So then I was like, you know what? Now that I got older, I was like, let me watch. So I started watching the episodes early, and I was like, damn, there's this. They come across the society, and their leader had like a big ass ruby red diamond. And I was like, damn,
Gina.
Like I was like, I want to rock that big old red ruby diamond.
Honestly, I don't even know what my color is anymore. But my point is that
I didn't know either until I saw that first episode. I got lucky.
I don't have any points. I have opinions. I have objections, and I have
Egyptian lava.
My point is that I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. And tonight, something got my blood boiling besides me just trying to defend my cousin over here who is my blood. It's like he doesn't see the certain things. Sometimes he loses his way.
Okay, so what was it? What got you boiling blubbly?
Look, I understand. I speak 5 different languages, and I know 5 different languages. And it's like when people are talking a different language that they don't think you understand because they look at me and they're like, oh, this guy's an Americanized guy and he doesn't understand Spanish. They were talking smack behind my back and his back, but mostly his back. And I'm like, I'm trying to defend this guy, and it's like, really, you're talking smack behind my cousin? He was literally hanging out with you guys, but the guy that wasn't interacting the most was talking most crap about him, crap or whatever. And I'm like, dude, really? You're going to come off like that? I'm like, I understand everything you said. You're really going to come out like, oh, I don't understand you, dude?
But there's no need to get your emotions involved. If they want to talk bad about me, let them talk bad about me. There's nothing wrong with them.
But it wasn't about emotions. It was about the fact that I was backing you up. Why? Because a lot of people that hate on you will not hate to your face. They'll hate behind your back.
They will not.
That's what they were doing. And that's what we're doing. They were hating behind your back.
And they can hate behind my back, but don't let them get you riled up. Like, protect your peace.
But it had nothing to do with that. They were calling me out, coming like a punk ass FO or whatever you want to call
They
it.
did not call you punk ass Mo. You took it to that level.
Did. You weren't right there when you walked by.
I was right there.
No, you weren't. You don't understand a lot of Spanish. Excuse me for saying, but it's the truth.
Look, all you have to do is to make sure that you don't take it to heart. I mean, it's like when you're at a baseball game. You could go over there and tell the people in the outfield, talk smack. But when you see them in real life, just be like, hey, good game. Like, there's no need for all that smack talking.
What do you have to say about that?
If you want to come over, best believe we will let you know. Angels #1, baby. But if not, well, things happen. If you're in the area code, then heck yeah. I mean, when I went to Atlanta, I wanted
Okay, so
I wanted the Atlanta Braves to be there, but they were in Boston.
I'm a Scorpio, right? We're known for our loyalty. I'm loyal to this guy no matter what. We're known for our compassion. We're known for our passion, period. We're passionate lovers, and we are because, we do really care about loyalty. We care about people that we really integrate ourselves with, and that's our astrological sign, and that has nothing to do with me. I'm sorry. I'm flawed in a lot of ways. I love this guy, but sometimes he doesn't see that people are trying to take advantage of him. That's what I was trying to do tonight, protect him at all costs. But he doesn't see it that way. He sees my aggressiveness as being like a weakness, and it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with protecting this guy, because sometimes these cancers don't understand that they're sort of being made fun of, and I have to make sure that doesn't happen to him. And I have a wife because she's a Cancer too. And sometimes it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't mean to be aggressive because sometimes they're too passive. It's like, you got to understand that the world is cruel sometimes. Sometimes people will be nice to your face, but they're going to be total a-holes behind your back. And that's what he doesn't get. So keep going. Go ahead. What do you believe about cancers? Because you're a Cancer.
Well, yeah, they could put, like you said, maybe not an a-hole, but yeah, some disrespect to your back. But the key thing is to back away from the microphone, I guess, if you're not using it, so you don't pick up no static electricity, because, yeah, it will pick up the sound waves, which that's what they're meant to do since the beginning, and that's why they cost so much. But, well, better to get quality as far as developing production, because at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Add more pillars, add more sound deafening boards. Like, it can only go so much.
I don't like being the D word. And I'm not talking about the delectable person because possibly everybody wants this fat ass right here. But my point is that I don't like being a D, but sometimes I have to be because why? Because I don't like I don't like seeing other people being taken advantage of. And I'm talking about this person right here who's my cousin. We're not really directly related by blood, first cousins, but I still care for this guy. And he doesn't see it when I see it and when I feel it.
I see it. It's just that I've recognized the steps involved, so I'm able to advance to them quickly. But yes, I do see the steps.
So talking about astrology, I mean, I'm not a big astrological person, but a Scorpio, I don't know. I mean, what can anybody say about a Scorpio? We're the most serial killers in the world, but we're also top 5. I mean, we're top 5 in the lovers segment. We love to, be all about the person that we're caring about, especially my wife, who's a Cancer. I love her with all my heart. And especially my baby, Gracie.
Gracie, baby.
I can't have any kids, but she was my baby on October 7th, 2018 when I first picked her up, when she was still 1 or 2 months old. She's going to be my baby for the rest of my life. I don't even know if she's a Cancer or a Scorpio.
Damn.
But the point is, she's 7 years old. She's going to be, she's going to be 2000. She's going to be 7 on October 7th. So I love her to death. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it happens. Sometimes you're going to get the right response. Other times you're going to get a bunch of gibberish. And the thing is, you got to keep searching. You got to keep going at it. Because if you get some bad seeds, I mean, it happens. But if you collect the peel or the orange just below it or behind it, then you get a whole bunch of granular saber tooth. And to me, in my opinion, that's pretty good. You know?
Look, I believe in peace. I believe in blessings. I believe in just being part of the natural world. I have great vibes towards everybody. I love everybody. But sometimes I know that some people just want to hate on you because you're doing something that they don't want. Sorry, you're doing something that they can't do or they're not doing. And my point being is that I'm a very sensitive sign. I'm a very intuitive person too, and I cry when I don't have to, and I'm a very emotional. I'm very sensitive, but I do it for the best intentions. Well, thank you everybody for watching here the Cali Current Podcast, YouTube and Spotify. We're gonna bring you home soon with more shorts, with more intellectual comments, whatever you have.
Like, share, and subscribe, because best believe that we're going to add some perspectives on all these topics, because we got to make sure that they're legit if you're on the Cali Current Podcast team.
I hope everybody wakes up, including you, because it looks to me like I'm boring the heck out of you right now.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
And I'm making sure that you...